Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, our holiday coverage kicks off with a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, Charles, it's our annual trip north for Thanksgiving. The Lions have been hosting this game going all the way back to 1934.
If you back it up even further, the NFL's played games on this day going all the way back to 1920. Look, it's a tradition in America. High school, college, NFL.
The first of three here on this Thanksgiving Day. Set for a good one. The Packers and the Lions underway in Detroit. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here are the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his fourth NFL season, Jordan Love.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early.
That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 49 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On play action. Love to throw. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here. And under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. And season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
He's airing it out for Williams. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Off the play fake, Love. And that is incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And it's third and short. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. You talk about this Lions defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Love. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The Packers at 3-7 now in the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Throwing. Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Well, these two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2. Love with it. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on third, Goff. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter action down from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The return is Reed. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that. But that's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Play action this time with Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. And able to get this out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Goff now looks to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the Packers' 28-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To the air again. Goff. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On fourth down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out there for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Patterson's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Right side to Watson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 29-yard.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And complete once again to Watson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
And here's Jones again on second down. Oh, fighting off the defender. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
First down going to the air with Love. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Love now to pass on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. On the delay, Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks so much. We'll get back to you and Charles in Detroit in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at what's following our 2 games later today. Good games galore in that Sunday lineup. We'll highlight the one going on in Atlanta. A big one for the Falcons as they'll square off with the New Orleans Saints. In the late afternoon games, all eyes will be on Las Vegas. A glitzy matchup there, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Finally, on Monday night, Cyber Monday. Put the credit card away and settle in for Bears and Vikings from U.S. Bank Stadium. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be. Obviously, they're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long, it's Goff. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Devontae Wyatt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Dancing away at the 35. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now Love. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And some room to run now. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Throw caught by Musgrave. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Dillon will score. Touchdown, Packers.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the 1st half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Now Carlson for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. And Detroit getting set to go now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Goff. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw, Goff. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Goff. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Love looking to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Love. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at the 23. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On play action. Love to throw. He'll complete this one to Watson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Watson has it right side. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Green Bay.
Off the play fake, Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Packer first down.
Play action this time with Love. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. That's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup
Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
at the 7-yard line.
Love. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Khalif Raymond now. Raymond now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Lions now. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
At the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun. Goff. And a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Packers all set to go again. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 6.
A gain of 6. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
To the air again. Goff. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 146 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Carlson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now, as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7, as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now here's a throw that's complete. And St. Brown going to have the Lions 1st down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And that one too wide and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert And that'll keep the drive alive. Goff throwing again.
That's good for the Lions.
That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On first down, it's Goff. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Devin Duvernay from 19 yards away. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though?